Okay, let's talk numbers. Did you know that while some WNBA teams are investing millions in state-of-the-art facilities, others are stuck in the dark ages? Jonquel Jones just exposed the truth about the Connecticut Sun, and the contrast is mind-blowing. We're breaking down the stats that'll make your head spin. From practice court sizes to player satisfaction rates, we're covering it all. Plus, we'll show you how these numbers could predict which teams will thrive and which might not survive in the evolving WNBA landscape. Get ready for some eye-opening facts. Consider this: a collegiate sensation, Jonquel Jones, makes his WNBA court debut. She is eager to demonstrate her abilities to the world. However, something is wrong. The vigor she anticipated? It isn't present. The top-notch facilities she had fantasized about? Not a trace in sight.
You could check into a facility at 2 o'clock in the morning if you wanted to go get shots up.
Right.
And, no one wants to be able to get to the league and not be able to do that.
First time in a market like that, right? Was that just when you got to the city, you're like, okay, I'm about to maybe turn up a little bit here?
Jones believes she is about to enter basketball heaven when she signs with the Connecticut Sun. However, reality strikes her like a wall of bricks. You'll be shocked by what she discovers. Their mock court? It's not as big as the gym at high school. I'm serious. We're talking about a professional squad here, not a neighborhood recreational league. Imagine Jones and her teammates attempting to avoid yoga mats while doing drills. Yoga mats. Yoga classes are occupying the same space as them. Is it possible that LeBron James would have to practice while others were performing downward dog beside him? It's insane. The irritation quickly mounts. Jones begins to question whether turning pro was a grave mistake.
To raise the viewership and the dollars and everything else, these owners and these organizations that aren't willing to fully invest, they're gonna either have to sell or step it up.
Is this what I worked so hard for? She asks herself. It's similar to arriving at your ideal job only to discover that you must work in a closet. What's even more bizarre? Practice felt like a step down from college, according to Jones. That's crazy. This has nothing to do with a backyard pickup game. It's the WNBA. How can conditions in a professional league be worse than those in college? The Suns' issues are only getting worse. Consider attempting to prepare for a crucial postseason match on a court that isn't even regulation size. Even though Jones and her teammates are trying their hardest, it's like using crayons to try to create a masterpiece. Despite their best efforts, the team isn't providing them with the resources they need to be successful. Respect is at stake here, not simply comfort. Despite being very skilled athletes, these women are being treated like an afterthought. More than any courtside fan could ever hope to hear, the Suns' lack of investment is shouting. Let's change the topic and discuss winning championships instead of losing games. The New York Liberty has opened up a whole new world for Jonquel Jones. Imagine possessing a key that opens basketball heaven at 2 in the morning after avoiding yoga mats. Doesn't it sound crazy? But wait until you hear how the squad benefited from this update.
There are so many great players, there's so many great teams, there are so many positive storylines that can be written and celebrated, and for me, that's why I became a fan of this league.
You have to be careful when you say the Fever fans, because I don't think it's the Fever fans. I think it's the people that wanted Caitlin Clark to be a certain type of way and they thought that she would.
Ready for a new beginning? Jones arrives in Brooklyn, and boy, does she get one. The facilities of the Liberty, not only are they good, they're crazy. Here, we're discussing NBA-level topics. Her mouth drops to the floor as Jones enters. Do you know what she said? You can check into a facility at 2 hours in the morning if you want to go get shots up. Yes, you have access to basketball paradise around the clock. However, it goes beyond upscale gyms. The Liberty are putting their all into it. Cutting edge in every way. They have film rooms, recovery rooms, you name it. When Jones became a professional, this is what she envisioned. And you know what? It's not only her. Everyone on the squad is excited. The players' spirits are high and they are motivated. They seem to have been endowed with superpowers. This is when things start to get interesting. While this investment is commendable, will it yield results on the court? That is the crucial question. Can the Liberty convert their large expenditures into victories? Tension is rising. There is a lot of excitement among the fans. The entire league is observing. Then, boom! The Liberty emerge victorious. Is it a coincidence? Not in my opinion. The culmination of all that effort Late-night practice sessions and commitment resulted in an incredible basketball experience. Jones and her teammates demonstrated that athletes can achieve amazing feats when provided with the necessary resources. Hold on, because there's a surprising twist to this tale. Another team is in complete disarray while New York is having a great time. We're talking about athletes fleeing, coaches resigning, and a shocking revelation that will leave you speechless. Are you prepared for this? Do you recall the Connecticut Sun, Jones's former squad? As it turns out, they are in far more serious difficulty than anyone had anticipated. It's not looking good as their lack of investment quickly catches up with them. The deal is this: the head coach of the Sun simply packed up and departed. Is it not unbelievable? However, that is only the beginning of their issues. Rumor has said that important players are also trying to leave. And can you really blame them? Who wants to play for a team that doesn't even have a good practice facility? The Sun's standing is deteriorating. Consider this: would you sign with a team that treats you like a high school student if you are a top player? Absolutely not. Even the ostentatious sets that other teams are providing are beyond their reach. What's crazy to you? The management of the Sun is going crazy. They are rushing to clean up this mess and are in full-on crisis mode. However, it could be too late. Now that the harm has been done, everyone is observing to see what they will do next. And suddenly, whoosh, the league as a whole is rocked by Jones's revelation. She states unequivocally that teams that fail to invest in their players will fall behind. For a period. No holding back, no sugarcoating. That is the type of genuine conversation that creates a stir. But wait, Jones isn't finished yet. She has more to say, and it will soon completely upend the WNBA. This drama seems severe to you? Simply wait to find out what comes next. Jones is referring to more than simply upscale fitness centers and luxurious locker rooms. She is drawing attention to a larger issue: the Sun's unwillingness to spend money on player assistance and facilities. Particularly now that the league is receiving more attention, it is forcing them into the background. Players and fans have higher expectations, and teams that fall short will be held accountable. Jones seems to be raising the alarm for the entire league. In essence, she's saying, hey, you're going to lose your players if you don't take care of them. She's also not incorrect. The consequences of cutting corners on your team are evident in the Sun. Did Jonquel Jones just stand up for Caitlin Clark? Jones is poised to change the game for everyone in a league where drama spreads more quickly than a fast break. I assure you that you have no idea where this is headed. How does she expose this hypocrisy? It will leave you speechless. Here's the deal then. Another well-known athlete, Alyssa Thomas, charged that Caitlin Clark's supporters were racist. You do realize that's a big charge? Jones, however, is not amenable to it. According to her, we can't paint an entire fan base as problematic based on the actions of a few. Boom! Suddenly, Jones gives this disaster some much-needed perspective. Know what's crazy? In essence, Jones is stating, hey, every fan base has its good and bad apples. While she's not sugarcoating anything, she's also not allowing anyone to make unsubstantiated charges. In a sea of mayhem, she seems to be the voice of reason. This is where things start to get interesting, though. By taking on a fellow elite athlete, Jones is taking a big chance. Imagine, after all, opposing your colleague in front of everyone. That requires courage. Jones, however, doesn't give up. Even if it upsets some people, she is all about justice and the truth. Do you want to know what's most crazy? Jones states unequivocally that she has never encountered the type of bigotry Thomas was referring about. She seems to be telling us, hold up, let's not exaggerate here. She is urging everyone to relax with the generalizations and advocating for a more balanced approach. People, this is huge. Jones is not simply some inexperienced person babbling. She is a champion and the MVP of the finals. People pay attention when she speaks. She is currently bringing to light some very major inequalities in the way that players utilize their platforms. It's really eye-opening. Consider it. In essence, Jones is saying, hey, we can't just throw around accusations without backing them up.
Two first-class organizations. I feel like it does something for you when you're in a building and you're looking around and you're like, man, this feels a little different.
You want her to be the representation of their racism and and, you know, like their view on the world, and she's not like that.
She is concerned that this type of conversation would undermine the league's trust. And what do you know? She may have a point. The WNBA is currently at a turning point. Jones's remarks are seriously upending the status quo. Will other athletes take a cue from her and oppose contentious remarks? Or will there be greater drama as a result? The league will never be the same after this, that much is certain. And perhaps, just possibly, that is precisely what it requires.